Ever thought about how you may cash out your Tesla shares and retire in a few short years? You see, there is a widespread belief that stock in the industry leader in electric vehicles may provide an early retirement, and experts think this is an opportunity you shouldn't pass up. People invest their life savings for various reasons, but the ultimate goal is usually independence from work. Becoming a millionaire through the stock market is an ambitious target. Not everyone can do this, but it's also not completely impossible. The best way to build long-term wealth is to invest regularly. Carefully choose investments and leave your money invested for as long as possible. And one of the finest methods to get rich is to invest in the stock market. One of its strongest points is the stock market's versatility in making money. The potential payoff is enormous, but so is the associated risk. The question now is why, out of all the lucrative equities on the stock market, you should invest in Tesla stock. You have to remember that Tesla is more than a vehicle manufacturer. It's now revolutionizing the utility, energy, artificial intelligence, life-saving, automation, and manufacturing sectors too. In fact, many people think that in a few years, Tesla will be the largest corporation in the world. It shouldn't come as a surprise that Tesla fans frequently provide their own forecast models for the company's shares. Ken, a YouTube creator, retired at a very early age of 38. According to his profile, he started as an employee and is now the CEO of several companies. Through careful stock picking, he saved enough money to retire. Additionally, making other people financially independent is one of his primary motivations in life. His videos include investing topics, including disruptive companies, multi-baggers, and basically anything to do with money, and he explains tough math concepts. Based on his analysis of Tesla's free cash flows, sales growth, and potential market, he estimates the company will be valued $4 trillion by 2030. Since a $10 trillion valuation for Tesla in his bull case scenario is so unrealistic, he settled on a more modest $4 trillion estimate. Under his most pessimistic scenario, the share price of Tesla would be $4,100. His bullish share price prediction is $11,700, while his bearish one is $4,100. He is choosing a price objective of $6,900 that is closer to his bear case, which provides a larger buffer than the median forecast. He added that his method is cautious about providing a larger buffer zone. Furthermore, the term financial independence, retire early, or FIRE refers to a lifestyle characterized by extreme thrift and wealth accumulation. FIRE supporters want to retire early and live off modest withdrawals from their savings, so they can afford to spend more time building and enjoying life. The FIRE movement is a way of life. In the 2000s, the model skyrocketed in popularity, especially among millennials. Eventually, it became famous thanks to the dissemination of knowledge about it via online communities, such as blogs, podcasts, and message boards. This trend advocates reducing a person's standard of living to save up for other goals, such as early retirement or a reduced work schedule. The quicker you become financially independent of employment, the better your savings rate and the proportion of money you don't spend. Just so we're clear though, FIRE is not a dividend strategy. There usually needs to be more up or downsizing with dividend stocks. If you invest in a high-quality growing company, your capital gains will be greater than any dividends you could receive. And in order to maintain your standard of living as your wealth increases, you will need to sell stocks. Imagine you have $400,000 to invest and your return on investment is 8% per year. Consider that in this specific case, 8% was thought to adequately benchmark the index and provide a cushion. So, as your money grows, you may take out what you need each month at $2,800 for 30 years. After 30 years, you will still have $201,000 because your investment money has grown. But if you take out more than that each month, say $3,500, your savings will be gone in just 18 years. People have varied needs and consequently pursue various lifestyles. And so, how long one's savings will survive in retirement depends significantly on their lifestyle. Now, before we continue, I'd like to thank you for getting this far. And if you want to know more about how to match your investments with your cost of living, then make sure to watch this next part. Aside from how someone lives, where they live is also a big deal. It's important to factor in a 40% extra because living costs vary from country to country. A person's cost of living decreases after retirement since they no longer have to spend as much on transportation and entertainment. Once again, this varies greatly across people. Still, when a person considers that they would no longer be subject to income tax, retirement leads to a lower standard of life. Consistent with this, Tesla is a rapidly expanding manufacturing and software firm with current annual growth rates of 40 to 60%. Experts predict that by Tesla's maturity, the growth rate will resemble Apple's current rate of roughly 20%, which is still relatively high. Again, please keep in mind that the following calculations provide a large safety margin. In addition, 15 years is the typical time frame for retirement projections. For the sake of this computation, we will assume that people work until age 65 and then enjoy retirement until age 80. But that's still too little time, which is why early retirement has become so popular. In addition, people hope to have a fulfilling life before they reach retirement age and avoid slaving away their entire lives. And here is where stock investments come into play. As was said before, the cost of living varies widely from country to country. The cost of living in the US, UK, and Australia is about the same. For most people, $375,000 is the magic number when it comes to providing for their every material need. With a yearly cost of living of $1,951, an investment of $375 in Tesla stocks will provide acceptable returns of 8%. With $375,000 invested and $2,731 withdrawn monthly for the following 30 years, you will have $30,726 at the end of 30 years, with the additional 40% added for a comfortable lifestyle. The price of $6,900 per share works out to 54.34 Tesla shares. And so, you'll need 91.46 shares of Tesla stock to retire comfortably with a substantial margin of safety, assuming the worst-case scenario. A home in Singapore will set you back a hefty sum, making it one of the world's most expensive places to live. You'll need either 60 or 100 Tesla shares to retire comfortably in Singapore. On the other hand, Canada's standard of living is now considered equal to that of the Netherlands, Hong Kong, Sweden, and New Zealand. The cost of living in Canada is $1,701. So if you have $325,000 and earn an average of 8% per year, your take-home pay will be $2,381. For the next 30 years, you will take out $2,381 each month. At $6,900 per share, you'll have $5,566 after taxes. And if the stock price stays low through 2030, you'll need 79 shares. For other Asian nations, lesser Tesla shares are equally required to reach retirement age and begin basking in the warm rays of the sun on the region's beaches. Ken thinks that today, anybody can fund their retirement with Tesla shares alone. Tesla will not only continue to exist but will flourish. Additionally, he mentioned that risk is present in all situations and that proper risk management is crucial. According to him, the possibility of Tesla going bankrupt is minimal. Overall, the evidence suggests that investing in Tesla stock might lead to financial success and enable you to retire sooner rather than later. In any case, nothing is written in stone because the corporation's stock price might go up or down depending on economic variables. If Tesla's company continues to thrive, investors will be rewarded with rising share prices. This means that you may expect your funds to last for quite some time. If you want to retire early and invest in anything, putting your money into Tesla shares is probably best. Based on what Adam Jonas had to say, the business seemed a sure bet to come out on top in electric vehicles. He characterized the state of the market for electric cars as a race and said that Tesla is ahead. Imagine that the electric vehicle race is a marathon. According to his report, Tesla has a 21-mile lead, and everyone else is either at mile 2 or still lacing their shoes. So, what do you think of this fire idea using Tesla stocks? Are you up to it? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And while you're at it, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons as well. Now, if you want to know more about Tesla stock, then make sure to click and watch this video right here and enjoy. And that's the end of this video, guys. See you next time.